Well, morning guys. New day here, and it was off to quite a good start. I got data logging working, which I'll touch in a second, but then sort of led to something bad. Being, I don't know, a bit of a bonehead I am. I was sort of running back and forth, I was under the hood playing with a bit of wiring, trying to hook up my O2 sensor to the cable, make it a nice clean install. I was in there, got it all what I thought was set up, so I'm like, alright, just take it for a quick drive down the road and just make sure it's working properly. And sure enough, yep, no, it was working great. And then the hood flipped up. Yeah, I forgot to put the hood pins in. Dumb move on my part. I'm completely fine. Window's broken and the hood is bent though. So yeah, I'm a little upset. I'm a little upset. Anyway, I didn't want to film this, didn't want to show it, but you know what? It's part of learning. If someone else watches this and then says, "Oh crap, yeah, I didn't put my hood pins in," they run out and fix it, cool. That's worth it. I have some shocks. I bought some used Olin shocks from Japan, actually, Yahoo Japan auctions, so those are here. So hopefully we'll install those today. Get all the electronics sorted out, and I'll show you sort of what I did and what I figured out to get the computer working. Data logging, that is. So, all right, yeah, let's get into it. I couldn't actually find a rubber mallet. That's what I was hoping for, but I got a rubber pad and just a hammer here. So we'll see if I can just kind of tap this one dent here out. The other thing it looks like it's done is it's sort of bent these up a little bit, so I gotta try to pull them back down. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, we'll see what I can do there. Well, hood is back on. It's nowhere near perfect, but it closes, it'll latch, and it's good enough for the race car, or until I find someone who's got a really cheap hood just laying around, which I'll pick up. So I have to replace the glass. I gotta source out where to find glass in New Zealand, because I've dealt with the insurance company before, but it's a race car. Doesn't really have insurance per se. So yeah, we'll get back to that one, but for now let's talk about the computer, because I figured that out. I got my data logger working again. And the whole key to it was this sound. Yeah, remember that? It's Windows XP. What was going on is the cable that I use for data logging with the Honda OBD1 ECU is actually an old Nokia, what was it called, a DKU-5 cable that I sort of hacked and spliced just to work as a serial to USB, RS-232 to USB converter. And it works absolutely fine. However, Windows 10, which I was trying to use previously, doesn't like it anymore. Doesn't make drivers for it anymore, or at least I couldn't find them easily. So booted up into an old XP virtual machine that I have on my computer, plugged everything in, worked just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna keep tuning with that. The tuner at the dyno, which we'll go to hopefully in a few weeks here or so, they'll have their own data logging stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I think that's it. Let's do a little bit more wiring. Get this O2 sensor all just spliced in with power and everything, and yeah, just tidy everything up. Then we can start on the suspension. And I think I'll call it because I don't know. I'm getting kind of hungry for lunch. It's all good. All right, let's get into it. Well, there you go. That's how I did the wiring. Took up the O2 sensor. I'm not super happy with just splicing into the ECU wiring. I mean, it's all kept in the same place, so I can loom it together. It'll stay nicely out of the way. But I don't know. I never like hacking up the ECU harness, but nonetheless, it'll work. Those little crimp with the shrink fit, heat shrink on them. Sorry, that'll work quite well to keep everything strain relieved. So I'm all right with that. And then I can even put a little fuse in line. So yeah, we got O2 sensor up and running now. I'll mount it somewhere just in the dash. I got a few other things to mount. It's more as just a monitor, just to keep looking at it. In case something funny is acting up while we're driving or whatever it happens. So yeah, next on to the suspension. So let's just get into it. Let's do it. These are the shocks that I'm using here. I just took this one apart. Just took the coil sleeve and the top hat off. I was told they were Öhlins, old Öhlins shocks. I have no idea. Maybe someone can help me on that. It's got a looks to be an adjuster on the bottom and probably an adjuster screw in the end. Probably the one in the end's probably rebound. One on the bottom maybe compression. Don't know. They have no markings on them at all. But they still feel pretty good. They still well, rebound slowly, compress slowly. So yeah, I'm gonna throw them on and I'll see how they work. They look to be fully adjustable, so if they are, rebuildable. So And you can see the cap pops off here. So yeah, if they're not any good, I'll give my hand to rebuild them. But for now, let's just throw them in. Alright, so final thing we need to do is grab the fork off this guy and then throw it over here. This is the one that came out of the car. This is actually meant for, I think it's for an EK Civic, which is 97 to 2000, 2001, something like that. But they're all the same diameter here, so you just need the different fork to swap them over. And then we're good. Let's do it. No. Bugger, I misjudged. Not the same diameter. Huh. Okay, back to the drawing board. Well, yeah, forgot to actually remember the part that I read online where I need the fork off of an EG Civic, any sort of newer Civic, really, an Integra, DC Integra. So I'll find the part so I can put these on the front. Meanwhile, I think the rears will still work. So let's bolt the front back up, and then I'll play with the rears a little bit. All right.